Hello and welcome to another video from Miles Touch Toys, Games and Collectibles. And today we are looking at something that's now quite old and becoming harder and harder to find in excellent condition. We are looking at the 1972 release by Dinky Toys from their Gerry Andersons series of die-cast models. And this particular one we're looking at today is from the 1970s television series UFO. And this particular item we are looking at is of the Shado 2 mobile, which appeared in quite a few episodes of the television series. Now, the television series was basically a science fiction series about an organisation formed on Earth to prevent attacks from basically an alien invasion. And it starred Ed Bishop as Commander Stryker and Michael Bingham as Colonel Foster. And there's also some amazing stars in this television series: George Sewell, Gabriella Drake, and Wanda Vantham, just to name but a few that were starring in the episodes. Now, there was 26 episodes made. They're about 50 minutes long, and it first aired on British TV from 16th of September 1970 through to the 7th of August 1971. They didn't actually renew the series because the producer, not the producer, but the head of the American networks thought it would be easier to sell a new television program than a second season of a same television series. So they dropped UFO and produced Space 1999. But that was obviously a totally different cast and everything from UFO. But anyway, I've digressed again. This is the Dinky Shado 2 mobile. And this is the box that the item comes in. And it says on the box, Dinky Toys Shado 2 mobile, button release flip over roof with multi-directional rocket firing mechanism with flexible tracks. And it's number 353, an exciting scale model, Dinky Toys. And at the front, you've got the UFO logo and the Shado logo. You can see an image of the model itself. And it shows you the image of the rocket stowed away. It says button release, flip over roof, rocket fires in any direction. Colour of model may alter from image shown. Flexible tracks. Dinky Toys number 353, Shado 2 mobile. Okay, that's the front and the side of the box. Just drop it over to the other side. And it says on here, Dinky Toys Shado 2 mobile, and all of that is in different language, so we can't read that. Other side of the box is exactly the same on both sides. So again, you've got the UFO logo and the Shado logo, image of the model firing the missile, and it shows you the rocket stowed away. So button release, flip over roof, rocket fires in any direction, and colour of model may differ from shown or illustration. Flexible tracks, Dinky Toys 353 Shado 2 mobile. We go to the end of the box, it's got Dinky 353 Shado 2 mobile, and the other end is exactly the same. Okay, this is the box. Now, I'm pretty certain this is a reproduction box. It's not in what I would expect to be an original box, so I'm pretty certain that is a repo box that this item's in. But anyway, it looks great on display, and regardless of that, let's open the box up and have a look at the model inside. Okay, so I've removed the model from the box, and this is what we've got. So let's just bring that forward and closer to the camera a little bit. So this is the Shado 2 mobile, and you can see it's in a fairly dark green with a lighter green on the bottom. On the bottom there, it says Shado 2 Dinky Toys made in England, and it's got grey tracks on it, grey tracks, and obviously the wheels are green. You've got the Shado 2 sticker on the side there, but that is actually a replacement sticker. You can tell that, obviously. But other than that, the rest of it looks very, very good. I'm not sure about the colour of this and whether this has actually been repainted. It wouldn't surprise me if it has, because it is a darker green than what I've actually seen before. So it looks like this particular model could have had a touch up on the body, and I'm not sure about these tracks as well. These tracks may actually be repos as well, because I always thought the tracks on these were black, but I could be wrong on that. I mean, they do look well used, but I could be wrong on that. Anyway, the model has the firing system inside, so you've just got this little switch at the side there, and if you just turn the switch, the rocket mechanism spins over, and the rocket you can raise up, and you can, oh, I pressed the button and fired it when I was just trying to demonstrate something to you. So I'm just going to put that, lock that back into position. So the rocket turns and fires, and you can see that the top section rotates, so you can turn it round, and it will go in any direction. But it really does fire. So let's raise it up again, and let's fire it into the corner, because it's going to go again big time. So there we go. It fires out very, very quickly, hence the reason why they say you should never point it towards the face. So, and that just locks in. There's just a little clamp there which holds it in, and it's pushed back on a spring, and as soon as you release the catch which locks onto the back of the rocket, it will fire out, and it is rubber tipped, so it doesn't hurt if it hits your hand, but if it hit your eye or something like that, it could do some damage. So not to be pointed to the faces. Okay, so that's how the mechanism works, and obviously you just turn it back over, push the switch back, and it's closed up, and you can see the top of that is gridded. There was some I think very earlier ones which didn't have the grid on, but there was a problem with those. I think that as you spun around, they kept getting stuck on the inside, so they changed the tops, and all the later ones that were changed had this grid effect on them. Okay, size wise, what are we looking at? We are looking at 14 centimeters in length. We are looking at a height of 6.5 centimeters with the section closed. If I open it up and keep that flat down, we're looking at a total measurement of 8 centimeters. So it makes quite a difference with the rocket firing mechanism being out. And of course, width wise, we're looking at, if I measure the right side, 8 centimeters. So that's the model. Now, as I said to you, I'm not sure if this one is original. I think this one has been repainted on the top half, because it looks like a darker green than what I remember. Now, I do have my original version here of my Shadow 2 mobile. So this is the colour that I remember the model being. And I was perhaps wrong about the colour of the tracks, because these are grey tracks on this one, and I know this one is all original. The colour of the wheels are different, but then there was different versions of the wheels. So some had green wheels, some had brown wheels, so I know that those wheels could actually be original on there. Let's just spin that back around. I've knocked that by mistake. And the bottom is all the same. So it's again Shadow 2 Dinky Toys, made in England. Again, it's held in with the 2 screws at the side there, and these are the original stickers that came on there, Shadow 2 mobile. And yeah, you can see the glass with the cracks in it, and the seats on the inside. Now, yeah, again, original sticker on the other side, and the original tracks. So when I said that they were black, they're not. They are grey. So that's original. So really just a question on the bodywork of the other one. Personally, I think it's been repainted. So other than that, the models are identical. This one's exactly the same. If I turn it around, you've got the firing mechanism, and again, this rotates around, and you can fire it in any direction. And the same with this. Let's fire it up into the corner. Yep, and it shoots out like a bullet. So again, as I say, you be very careful where you fire these at. Most of the toys these days will not have a sprung loaded item with that amount of power in them. And again, same thing applies. Flip it over and lock it into position. This one also has a grill effect on the top. So that is the two models. Now, I could be wrong in saying this one has been pre-painted, because it does say, and it's always said on them, that colours may vary. But my gut feeling is that this one has been repainted, retouched up. The bodywork has been touched up. This one's has got a few marks on it, so again, which makes me think that this one has actually been touched up slightly, whereas I know that this original model has not. They both run on the tracks. The wheels turn round on that one, and the same on that one. So they all the movability is there, and they look kind of splendid when they're moving along. Very good. One thing that does surprise me, same as Dinky did with the UFO Interceptor, is that the colours they chose. On the screen, these were a bluey greyish colour, and yet Dinky decided to do them in a green colour. Again, not sure why. No idea why they decided to choose a colour that was completely different to what was shown in the television series. But they did the same with the Interceptor. That was also painted in green, whereas the original one was white from the TV series. Maybe Dinky had a load of green paint that they wanted to get rid of. I don't know, but they certainly produced them in the wrong colour. Other than that, the models were fantastic, very detailed, great looking toys to be played with, and these particular models are very heavy. There's a lot involved in this particular model, so they're very heavy in compared to what you would get nowadays. And the whole body is solid die cast, the top and the bottom. The plastic is obviously the screens and the wheels and the tracks. Other than that, the rest of that is all metal. And when we open it up, obviously that's all metal inside here. The top, the firing mechanism, the only thing that's plastic is your torpedo or your missile. Other than that, it's all metal, which is probably why it's so heavy. But there we are. So, how well did these models do? Well, they done very well. Let's put that one up there and that one in front of there. They done very well, and they were mass produced in a huge quantities. And obviously there was a few different versions. They run them for a number of years. First from 1971 right up until about 1980, I think the last ones were produced, and the very last ones they did actually do in the blue colour, as it was closer to the colour that was seen in the television series, and it also had a slightly different colour rocket or missile, where it was yellow missile with a black tip on the end. But those were only produced the blue ones were produced in very, very small numbers. It was like a metallic blue finish. Yeah, I mean, they sold out very quickly, and because the numbers were so small, they hardly ever now come up for sale on any of the platforms. These ones do. These ones pop up quite regularly. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of them that there was so many that was produced, so you are going to find quite a lot on the platforms pretty much most of the time. Finding them in superb condition as these two models are is very difficult. You usually find them with chips and cracks and damage or missing missiles, or rocket firing mechanism doesn't work anymore, or what have you. Or you might find someone that has restored them, just like I believe this particular one. I think the top of that has been restored. It's certainly got replacement stickers on it for sure. So I'm pretty certain that is a restored model. And like I say, to mention that the colours are slightly different. So that is a much darker green as compared to this original one, which we've got on the bottom here. So like I say, they do come up for sale on the platforms. But as I say, on the platforms, I always always tell you to have a good look at what you're actually buying. Always click on the images to view what you think you're buying, because somebody's version of or opinion of very good could be somebody else's opinion of just acceptable. And sometimes there's only stock images that are shown on the pages, so make sure you click on the used item and have a good look at the item itself before you order from the platforms, rather than be disappointed when it arrives and end up with issues having to send it back and all that rubbish. Okay, or alternatively, we at Midas Touch have these models available to purchase on the Midas Touch website, which you can get to quite simply by clicking the link below. It will take you straight to the website, where you'll be able to find these, I should say, and many other vintage Gerry Anderson items, and many other vintage toys, games, and collectibles come to that. There's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we're uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I am absolutely positive that this is something you will not want to miss, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new products which we're shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there's something in particular you're looking for, something old that you've never been able to find, something quirky you might want to buy for a friend, or perhaps just something from your childhood that you like to own again to help you recuperate those long lost childhood memories, well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know the next item we upload could be that item you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I do hope you've enjoyed this very short video and enjoyed comparing these two models with me. Thank you for watching, and we will see you again next video. Thanks for watching.